Hello, welcome back to the channel. Yes, I know. How big I look in the screen varies. It just depends on what I happen to bump on the buttons. I need to be more consistent with that. But over here, we have a nice big screen. We have this Stout blend by Luna Coffee Roasters of De Pere, Wisconsin. Luna Coffee Roasters is a locally minded company which responsibly sources its beans, then custom roasts them in small batches to exacting standards. A ridiculously fresh coffee is always packaged by hand. And they are lunacafe.com. And this one says, a special blend used in Hinterland Brewery's Luna Coffee Stout beer. So basically, I got kind of confuzzled on the whole coffee stout thing with the tiramisu. Yes, it mentioned the type of coffee used. In that case, I would like to find the coffee used in the beer. In this case, I would like to be able to get the beer that uses this coffee. Hopefully that sounds better than what I said, because sometimes my mouth and my brain don't always quite sync up like they should. The joys of getting older, I guess. Anyway, we have this. It's a 12-ounce bag. I got this at Festival, if I recall. It should be in my grocery haul video. It's a whole bean. So if you don't have a coffee grinder, this could be a problem. And I didn't see it in ground. Of course, I didn't look carefully. I just saw this and went, Stout blend, getting it. I do that sometimes. And my mug today is one of the mugs I got from my last St. Vinny's haul, and the sticker is from Vintage Horror Club. I need to get caught up on them as well. I haven't done that lately. The last thing I got was the coasters. And basically those are, you pay the shipping, they send you an item, you try it out, and you do a review. You don't get paid, it's just for fun. And I've got a couple more steps I need to do before I go to the next level. Again, I don't get paid, but it's something fun to do. It keeps me occupied when I remember to do it and when I have the money. So if you have time and you have a little bit of spending cash, check out Vintage Horror Club. Again, I am not sponsored by them or St. Vinny's or Luna Coffee. Yes, this is a nice coffee. I love the smell. It's smooth. It's well-rounded. It has a nice roasty flavor. And I can see where this would be good in a coffee stout, because if you're going to be using a coffee to brew beer, you need it consistent across all batches so that your coffee stout tastes the same from batch to batch. And that works well for coffee as well. I mean, it's nice to know that even when you're buying a coffee, that it's going to always taste the same. And I'm hanging something up real quick. There we go. Yes, that was very quick. Again, this is coffee. This isn't the stout. So basically, coffee goes well with anything. So there's no pairing suggestions. And again, I would love to find where to get that beer. I like this coffee a lot. If I find it again in Festival, I will buy some, but not right away, because since this is whole bean coffee, I don't have to buy this for a while. Just like, well, I have the Mythic coffee that I used up already, because that was a small bag. The Coffin Creek, I still have some left, So I won't be ordering from them for a while either. But I may just pick up a couple of other brands or a couple of other flavors from them just to make sure I'm stocked because, yeah, I'm not a prepper. I never have been, never will be. But it never hurts to have on hand what you need when you need it. The only thing I haven't done that with very well is bottled water. I did that at my place in Albuquerque. I had about 4 gallons, but then, as I said, I had them too close to the battery pack for my rechargeable cordless screwdriver, and the battery acid leaked into the water bottles, so therefore I had to throw everything away because the battery acid contaminated the water and the water ruined the battery. That was a while ago. So I'd say that was about 6 years ago or more. So it's been quite a while. And I really probably, on the note of bottled water, I probably should have some for the cats because Stitch's skin seems to be a little bit more clear when I have bottled water. But since, again, I'm not working right now and I'm not working at my former employer, it's harder for me to just grab that stuff and buy it and then have it with me when I go home from work. Now it would require an extra cab run or maybe get it when I go to get my money order for my rent because it's everything about them aside. It's the only place I have found where I can buy a money order with a debit card. That's the only real use I have for them at this point. Because if you have to shell out a month's rent in cash to get a money order for the rent, then you don't need to do that in the first place. You can just cut them a check because you have that much money. You're going to have a decent checking account with checks, and just cut a check. Things don't make sense sometimes. So on that note, yeah, I don't have bottled water for the cats because it's extra stuff to put in the cab on my monthly grocery run, or extra stuff to get when I go get the rent. Total side note, totally unrelated to coffee. But again, referring to stocking up. Enough about that nonsense. Yes, Luna Stout Blend. It's a very good coffee. It is it a hit? It's a hit, but it's straight across. It's good. It's not phenomenal. I like the flavor. I like the fact that it's smooth and well rounded, and it's convenient. It's at the store I usually go to, but I'm not going to go out of my way to get it because it tastes on par to a lot of the other coffees I've been buying. So it's good, but it's not outstanding. But that's okay. Like I said, it's a nice, smooth, well-rounded blend. It would be perfect. It is perfect, obviously, for brewing stouts. So it's not going to be off the wall and unusual. It's going to be smooth, consistent, and again, like I said, well-rounded. So yeah, if you want something new to try, give it a try. But as I said, I personally would not go out of my way to find it. And since I have enough whole whole bean coffee right now, I still have some Optivo Del Sol I haven't finished using either. And I have some, like I said, Coffin Creek, so I don't need to get whole bean coffee for a while. And this is just, I'm going to just stop before I just wander off into La La Land here. Anyway, to wrap this mess up, I like the coffee. I would buy it again if I needed to buy it. I'm not going to go out of my way to buy it because it's not outstanding. It is a good, smooth, well-rounded coffee. But it's not one that jumps out and goes buy me because I'm different, I'm special, because that's a lot of times what I look for. But still, give it a try. If you can find it, buy it and try it. 12-ounce bag, it will last you for a while unless you have a lot of coffee drinkers in your abode. And it's always good to help small and local businesses. So from that standpoint, check them out for that reason if you're looking to support a small business. Anyway, I have my yard flag up finally. The third time was a charm. And it looks good. It's not exactly positioned where I wanted it to be because the spot at the foot of the stairs has a lot of gravel and paving stones because they had like a stone mat type thing set into the dirt and then put a rubber one over the top. So I couldn't position the flag at the foot of the stairs, so I had to go further out to put it up. Hopefully the neighbor doesn't have a fit. If he has a fit, I'll say, well, that's the only place I could put it. I wanted to put it closer to the stairs, but there's so much sand and gravel. There's not sand. There's so much gravel and stone. There are so many gravel. There is so much gravel and stones and pavers or whatever where I wanted to put it that I couldn't sink it in completely. Also, and the one of the spots I had thought about, the slab for the driveway is wider. The grass has grown over the edge of that driveway. So it gives the appearance that you have more dirt at the foot of the stairs than you do, but you don't. So basically, I'll just tell them that's the only place I could find that didn't have the stones. I have a lot of stones or concrete. If it's an issue, I can move it back further along the side of the stairs, further into the yard. So I will work with the neighbor, but it looks good for now. I wanted it where, like I said, where the delivery people could see it. So they come in, oh, Foster, okay, yeah, there they are. So it's serving that purpose. But again, if I have to move it, I will. That's again negotiable. But it's up. Still waiting on cake pan and a couple other things. So, and I will show you those if I remember if it's worth showing you. Okay. Again, if you like these crazy videos, please give them a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, hit the bell once, notifications, hit the bell a second time. And as always, please track responsibly. Take turns driving the hearse. Please look out for your fellow monsters. And please look out for the bunnies and their families. And apparently for soldiers and their families as well. Things are really getting out of hand, and I'm putting that mildly. There are things that you just can't say. So, on that note, before I go off into any more tangents, I will let you guys go. Girls, monsters, others, everybody. I have to be more mindful of using that word. It used to mean like everybody, but it's not quite as inclusive as it once was, if it was inclusive at all. So, all of my monsters, please take care of each other. And if there are monsters out there that need a family or need friends, please be their family. Please be their friend. Let them know that they are loved, protected, and respected. And you crazy vampires, don't forget your large umbrellas and your 100 SPF. I haven't forgotten about you completely. I just every once in a while forget to mention you at the end. Don't turn into dust. Variety is spice, and you guys are spicy. You keep things interested. I love all of you. Bye now.